Okay, everyone, so as mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I didn't get any notifications letting me know that you either can't hear me or can't see my screen. So great. All right, we're going to start today reviewing payment processing by clicking into the admin section. The reason we're going to start in the admin section is because this is where you will set up payment processing for the first time. So please keep in mind that payment processing is open to U.S. customers only at this time. And all right, we're going to go ahead and begin clicking into admin. As I click into admin, you'll notice that I can scroll all the way down and I will see the setup payment processing option. So clicking into this, the portal that we're using for today's presentation already has credit card processing set up. However, if you were clicking into this for the first time, you would be prompted to set up payment processing by creating a WePay account. The steps here are very simple and straightforward. If you have any questions while setting up your credit card processing, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We're more than happy to assist. Essentially, you will set up your account, you'll receive an email confirmation, and you'll be able to begin using payment processing from that point. All right, great. So clicking into new order, going back to the task manager here, we're now going to click into the wholesale section. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to walk through submitting an order once you have activated payment processing. So clicking into wholesale, we are going to go through the process of submitting an order. So perhaps I want to click into a specific line sheet and add some products to my working order. As I do that, you see those are populating here. So clicking into the working order, I'm now going to select the company, of course, that I'm placing this for, the buyer, and we're good. Next, of course, you're going to fill out all of this information as usual. This would, vary from, client to client. So if you, have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to the New Order Heroes or your account manager, and we can review this section with you. But it's not changing because you've, activated payment processing. It's going to be the same process in the order details tab here. So clicking into the items and deliveries tab, here's where I am going to come in and actually enter in my quantities for the styles per size. As I do that, I can actually go ahead and submit my order by clicking next. We're going to be directed into the checkout section. So the last step before submitting, now that we have payment processing activated, is to check out, as you can see here. So we have three options. With checkout, you can, go ahead and charge a card now. You can charge the card later, and you can, not enter the credit card information, which, as noted here, you can always do later. Just knowing that if you do charge now or charge later, you will, be prompted to enter in the payment information as shown here. But today we're going to cover the scenario of, perhaps we don't want to actually enter in the payment information. Now we want to actually do it later. So we're not going to charge now. We're not going to, choose charge later. We're just going to say, do not enter credit card information. So by doing that, we are still, prompted to authorize that we agree with the terms and conditions, which we could always click on to expand. And we're then going to submit our order. So the order has been submitted. Now, let's say we actually do want to run the credit card and make a charge for that order. What we would do is we would click into the orders tab, and we would see the orders here in the pending section. And here in the pending section, you'll notice that there is a $sign next to all of these orders. So when I click into payments here, you'll see that I'm, essentially right where I was when I was submitting the order. I have the option to charge now or charge later. So if I wanted to charge now, I would simply come in. Perhaps I want to add in my shipping information total here. So I could add that. Let's say it's $15. It gives us the, entire total and the amount you want to pay today. So here's where you would come in and say, we would like to pay $500 today. Then you would find the remaining balance that will be due after this payment is sent. You would then come in and actually put the credit card information here and, authorize both steps and submit the order. So, that is A to Z, how you would, at a later date, go in, add in your information, and charge the card. I'm going to go ahead and check and see if I have any questions rolling in right now. All right. So I see a question here from Carrie. How can I add shipping if we are not charging card? So Carrie, if you're not charging the card, and you want to just notify the buyer that there is an additional shipping charge, that would be, external communication. This webinar is, focused around actually charging and making payments, and how shipping charges would be included in that. But if you did want to, let the buyer know that they will be, charged an additional shipping amount, you could always communicate with them externally. You could add a note in the order that, you will be charging shipping, and you can update the order with that information once you know the amount. So I hope that kind of helps to answer that question. If you need further clarification, feel free to just send us a note at heroes@NewOrder, and we can dive into that further. Okay, next question. If you are a Canadian business at this point in time, you cannot use this tool. This is, currently open to United States customers. Okay, next question. Is this available for buyers to add in card information, or is it an admin/sales rep feature only? That's a great question. And yes, this is available for buyers. When buyers are checking out, they do have the ability to make a payment. They can enter in their payment information. If they choose not to make a payment, they can still submit the order, but they are, given the option to make a payment. Great question, again, about being a Canadian business but having U.S. buyers. So in order to set up a WePay account, you will have to have certain credentials, United States credentials, and you wouldn't actually get through the process of setting up your WePay account. This feature is, recently out of beta. It's a new feature for us, and we're only going to continue expanding this feature. And, we absolutely see, the, immense value for all of our customers to be able to use this. And it is something that we will be working towards opening it up with, additional countries. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm actually going to now show you guys how to, pull reporting on your transactions. So within NewOrder, you can get information, regarding all of your transactions, and that would be done again in the admin section. So clicking back into, home, and then into admin, we're going to scroll down and we're going to show you where you can get all of this payment information. It's going to be listed here in payment history. So here you're going to see that you can download a CSV with all of the following information here in NewOrder. Essentially, very simple. You just click in, you select the dates for the payment information, and then you would click export. And when you click export, you're going to then, be given an Excel, or a CSV document that details all of the transactions. So let me just show you what that looks like. So here you can see that CSV document. You'll notice that my export here is blank, as this is a test portal, and we're not actually making any payments or charges. However, you'll see each column here, the transaction ID, the new order transaction ID. There's quite a bit of information listed here for you. Additionally, within WePay, the partner, the payment processing partner, who you actually set up your account with, there is additional reporting. So if there's something that you don't find here in the new order export that you're looking for specifically, you can always, go into your WePay account and get that information. Another thing that I want to show you guys is the buyer view when they check out. So give me just one moment. I'm going to switch my logins and go ahead and log in as a buyer so you can see that view as well. All right, so here I've logged in as a buyer, and you can see, I'm in the wholesale section as a buyer. I can click into, a line sheet and add products to my order, and then open up my working order. You'll notice here, same situation. I'm gonna, come in and add any information as necessary. I'm then going to go through all of my sizing, make sure all of my products are filled out. And then I'm going to click next into checkout. And here you can see it's going to ask me, do you want to enter payment information? And it's letting me know that the card will not be charged until the brand has reviewed the order and initiates the charge. But here, you'll see that, yes, I'll enter payment information. And then I would have to come down as a buyer and enter in all of my information and go through the same authorization process. I also have the ability to say, no, I don't want to enter payment information, and continue this way. Okay, I'm referencing the questions right now just to see if any were rolling in, and I definitely will make a note to include Australia. We would never want to leave Australia out. Thank you for that. So we have reviewed how to actually set up the payment processing section in the new order section within admin. And then from there, how you can actually go through, place an order, and then after you place an order, whether or not you do charge at the time you're placing the order, where you can access the credit card information and make additional payments, which is, again, just in the orders tab. You'll see that, that $sign we reviewed, and that's where you can, go in and add additional charges, maybe, shipping charges or so on. And once, you have, completed some of your charges or transactions, and you want to actually, run a report, you would then go into the new order section, new order admin section, and run your reporting, and have a report generated of all of your transactions. Okay, great. I have a question regarding a refund. This is an awesome question. So let me log back in as a brand user. One moment. So let me just... Okay, so I was trying to locate a payment that had actually, gone through a test payment where we had actually, fake charged a card, so I could show you how to issue a refund. However, this portal doesn't have any live payments now. Essentially, if you had charged the card, when you open up the payment information by clicking into the $ here, you would see a breakdown of the payment history, and you would also be able to issue the refund here within this screen. So apologies that we don't have any actual live payments here to show you that process. However, I will say it is very straightforward. If you had payment history, you would be able to, not only charge additional amounts, but issue a refund as well. Okay, so that is the last question that I'm seeing come through here in the questions poll. So if you guys, are later trying to set this up and you have any questions, feel free to, of course, reach out to us. You can always contact us as usual at heroes@neworder.com. Also, feel free to reach out directly to your account manager. We're happy to assist. We know that this is a really awesome feature that can, really, simplify things for you guys, and we're happy to, get it up and running and assist in any way necessary. So thanks everyone for tuning in today, and please let me know again if you have any questions that arise at a later time. Great, thanks so much.